Hello, my silent spectators of the internet. How are you doing today? It is Sunday, so despite having to work in corporate America, I'm trying to still get my rest on to some extent. Am I currently at work? Yes. Am I having a chill day despite that? Also, yes. So, yesterday was fun. I will admit, I was having a little bit of a hard day. It was day one of the Big Blood. Um, so I had plans with Gabe to go to the Asian Lantern Festival after work. He arrived at my home. I was a little standoffish and withdrawn all day, and that did not subside once he arrived. It is actually funny to me to reflect retrospectively on our time together because it was like I was so nonverbal and just kind of to myself all day, like via text and lack thereof, up until he got there as well. And then he was kind of like, just trying to be nice and affectionate and still respectful of my space and like chatty and wanting to, I don't know, chat about his day. And I just like wasn't having it. And I was doing some of my chores when I got home from work. And I wordlessly beckoned him to come to my room, and he just silently laid in my bed together, which was so nice. And I needed to just lay there and not have to talk and just to have the proximity and the physical comfort of him. And then it did make me feel better. And then I swung into this type of energy where I was just sporadically and uncontrollably laughing for no reason, and he's still just like quietly laying there and just like, am I in danger? And I just kept like petting him or patting him or softly whacking him. I was just being like physically playful and mildly antagonistic. Like, truly, I am a cat. I am both the sweetest and meanest and mischievous black cat kind of lady. So we had that, and then I shifted again, where I basically used his body to stretch my body. And he's just like a passive participant in all of this. He doesn't understand what I'm doing, and I'm also not saying anything, but I'm like using him to basically open and split open my hips. And just, if I have any lady viewers at all, if you are having cramps or just a lot of pressure and discomfort on your period, stretching really does help. And, let's be honest, after a while it's kind of boring to stretch by yourself. I really want to go to one of these stretch labs that are near me, but I haven't signed up for it yet, and I don't know how much it costs. But if you have a nice man that you can use the body of for this, it's great. 10 out of 10. Because he is just going to be confused and delighted by what's happening, and you are going to feel better. So it's basically like I'm just using the width of his body for a controlled stretch to like open my hips and to just move every this way to like really elongate and stretch, you know, like the hip flexors and all those, lower back, butt, all of that. And then I'd also be like stretching my arms, just like sitting on top of him. And, you know, he took the vibe, the hint. He's not saying anything through any of this, and I love it. I'm like, okay, he got the note that we weren't talking. He's just allowing me to do what I need to do. We need lay down time. We're doing whatever this activity is, and then we go to a spot to get dinner before we go to the Asian Lantern Festival. And it's fine. Like, my mood has went back to normal after I got the quiet cuddle time, and then I relieved my own body of like all of the discomfort. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling as good as I possibly could be. And we're having a nice normal time during dinner, but Lilo and Stitch, because we're at this like trendy retro kind of diner that we love that's right by me now, and Lilo and Stitch is playing on the TV behind me, and it's towards the end, and he's facing the TV, so he's like watching the whole thing, and he's never seen the live action Lilo and Stitch before. And I saw it in theaters when it came out, but you know, I don't remember everything that happened in the movie. But it got to the part, like the ending, where Stitch has all but sacrificed himself to retrieve Lilo's picture from the ocean and to save her because she got trapped underneath something. But Stitch, like, I don't know if he retains water or whatever, but like he becomes much heavier in water, so he can't go in water or else he'd just be stuck there forever, and I forget if he drowns or not. But like, we got to that part, and it was when Stitch was stuck at the bottom of the ocean, and I just started crying in the diner. And not like blubbering, it was kind of just like a few streams of tears, and like my eyes were all watery. And Gabe is such a sweetie that like he's also just puppy eye looking at the screen, but he's not crying. And I just start laughing because I'm like, oh my god, I am too hormonal to like watch this part of Lilo and Stitch. I'm just gonna be crying at Lilo and Stitch when the waitress comes back. But that's life. And then we went to the Asian Lantern Festival, which was really cool, and I'd never been to one before. This, coincidentally, was the first time that Gabe has been to the Cleveland Zoo, which he was like, this place is great. This is a great zoo. Like, I want to come back on a normal day and actually look at all the animals. So that was nice. And then we went back to my home and hung out for a little bit and then went to sleep, and that was nice. And now I'm here at work, and it's a slow day at work, but I've gotten a few things done. I got stuff together for the people who are going to the offsite event tomorrow to take to sell, and then I had a few sales, and I have a short shift today, which is great. And mainly I just played and mixed a bunch of colors from the new launches coming out. So as you can see, like, I'm all about mixing the colors, and so I was having fun doing that and just thinking about yesterday and laughing to myself. And Gabe and I are gonna go on a hike after I get off work to some spot that's part of the national park system, because it is going to be an amazing day weather-wise today. Much better than yesterday. And I'm feeling pretty good. I feel up to such an activity. So that'll be good for my body too. And ooh, tomorrow is my consultation for the medical weight loss journey. I'm so excited to not be fat anymore and for people to not ask if I'm pregnant. Although I can't even lie. I loved that. I thought it was hilarious.